happening from Kano State. If you look at the balkanization of the Kano Emirates under the erstwhile governor Umaru Ganduje, due to the political intrigues and all of that, how do you think that had impacted on the Kano Emirate or Kano State, as it stands?
It goes to create confusion in the mind of the people, and that's why we constantly need to caution the political class. There's nothing they have not dipped their hand into: the church, the mosque, the traditional institution, the family. So we have to caution them consistently. And that is why I am of the view that it's an aberration by the British to put any traditional ruler at the whims and caprices of a local government chairman, because Ganduje the governors are just long-throating. It's just the duty of a local government. You want to sack any emir, local government, and that is a great insult to the institution. So, Kano people now have witnessed exit and entrance of Sanusi. So it's going to create what we call a lukewarm attitude towards the emir that is back on through that any day this man might be removed again. And that's why Nigerians must speak in unison that it must stop.
All right.
Because we have an assigned role for that institution. They are going to be the constant reminder of who we are as a people, the culture of Yoruba people, the culture of Hausa people, the culture of Igbo people. And that's what we are. And it is because of what they have done to the institution. And that is why you see confusion in governance, confusion in the mind of political class, where they will say that, no, don't discuss ethnicity here. Why? I need to understand you as an Igbo man. You need to understand me as an Ijoma, so that I will know the line that I should not cross. The girl that died in Kano, Abi, we all killed her. Because consistently we have said that we should not discuss religion in the public. There are certain religions that didn't take certain things serious. But there are things they take serious. You must know that as a Muslim, I should know that as a Christian, that there are things that I don't joke with. So that we won't cross that. As long as we are not saying that all of us should come together to become one, that should be coming to the public view at all times. The people who try to emulate in the West, they have come beyond this, they have debated it, and they took a decision, and everybody will abide by that decision. The British took that decision. They understand what is differences. That's why you see Scottish Parliament, you see Irish Parliament, you see the England.
All right.
So in America has almost one culture, almost one religion. Someone will now go to America and come back and say that they don't discuss religion. So there are one religion there now. Here, we don't have one culture. We don't have one. So Emir Sanusi is coming back to me. It's going to be a plus, not only to Kano politics. It's going to be a plus to national politics. Gone are the days when Emir will keep quiet and you will see things going wrong. Oni of Ife is playing a role that is very impressive at our time. We should see somebody in the South doing something similar. We see somebody in the East doing something similar. And Sanusi that is back now. As objective as it is, we need him now more than ever. So his return is a plus to the
let's look at I'm so sorry to talk over you. Let's look at the political angle to this. This is not the first time this has played out in Kano.
Yeah.
I think it happened in the 1970s under the then governor, Governor Rimi, who decided to divide the Emirates into 5. Exactly the same situation we are having. Let's talk about the political implication that this will have. Since the news broke yesterday, people have been pointing fingers at the former governor. What implication will this have on the former governor amidst calls for his resignations by some members of the party?
You see, all these things is for political reasons. And institutions as important as that, the political class should not play politics with it. His interest, we did that time too. It's because of some political interest. You should remember that time when was MPN that time, and NPP and GNPP, the Talekawas. It's for political reason. And that's why we must not allow that to continue. Because somebody will wake up one day and go and remove Alafin for you too. And go and remove Oni of Ife too. So there should be a barricade around them. That's the summary. We need to build the barricade around them. Not because of the respect we have for our own interest. There is no prime minister that will march in Britain without the endorsement of the king, queen, and the king now. In the constitution, because our young men don't read these days again. They say, it's a ceremonial. What is ceremonial? If a queen and glass shakes you, you will encourage you to go and write down your diary. This is one of the most important days of your life. That's where they put their own institution. And to such an extent that going to anywhere in the world, you will not need visa.
Some British citizens are now criticizing the monarchy. They actually want the monarchy to be, to be removed. That everything they want has to be constitutional authority. They also
suffer similar fate with some of our people who don't respect that institution. What makes Britain today? You think it's the prime minister today that makes Britain? No. Battles were fought. They were assertive about what kind of life the English people want to live. So that institution should go. And that is why every society must have their own model of what is called governance and democracy. India has been practicing what they practice for over 2,000 years. China has been. So you don't want them to pack it aside and replace it with what some people are saying modern day thing. There's nothing modern day. We are passing through an historical process. What you are passing through today has happened sometime in the past. And that past should guide us for the future. So for me, give them more power. Remove them from where it's a separate institution. Governors should not say because anemia spoke. It's his town. If you are doing something wrong, Oba of Eko must caution the governor of Lagos. Olubadan must caution the governor of Oyo.
Subservient to the governor of the
They should not be subservient. That's our debate.
Wouldn't that encourage arbitrariness?
Encourage what?
Arbitrariness.
They have their own institution. And that is why some of us are talking about restructuring. You see, because everything is lumped together. And when things are lumped together, people get half meaning of a concept. Look at state police now. People thought state police is an appendage of the governor. No, it's not an appendage of the governor. Just like the IG is an aberration. Who is an appointee of Mr. President? It's an aberration. That is why our police in Nigeria is not respected. Because the political class, the police will constantly require the influence of political class for promotion and things. It's not like that anywhere in the world. Let them go through their rank and file. President will have little influence on it. State police is also coming too. If you model it after what is happening in Abuja, IG calling the president or calling him all the time, it's going to fail. That's not what you had in mind when we say state police.
So I'm wondering
the institution too must also be independent to play their own. We must assign a role for them. And they have their own institution. They have their own parliament. They have their own judiciary. In the institution, many kings were deposed not by the government those days, by the people and the stakeholders of that institution. So it is time we pay attention to it so that we won't continue to have this kind of discussion. When do we want to have our country? When?
I'm wondering
when do we want to have our country?
I'm wondering what you think. I'm wondering what you think about the